Special thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing access to the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Hello everyone and welcome back to their Sims 4 speed build. Today we are checking out the new Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, building in the beautiful new world of Innisgreen. And I picked this lot as my first speed build because it is literally suspended in a tree, which I think is the coolest thing ever. I've never seen anything like this. The Sims team has never really done anything like this. I mean, apart from like the hidden worlds and stuff, they have like floating lots and stuff, especially the magical realm, so it kind of makes sense, but like that's really the only place we've ever seen it. You've never really got to have that in like a livable world, if that makes sense. So yeah, just trying to figure out the roofing here and everything like that. But if you do like what you see and you are going to pick up the Enchanted by Nature expansion pack, feel free to use my creator code at checkout on the EA app. It provides a small commission to me to support me as a creator, and I do appreciate it so much for your support. And thank you so much if you do decide to use my code. But yeah, so the roofing, little tip, if you're going to do curves and build like fairy fantasy kind of houses, is when you have a roof piece, if you press and well, you don't have to hold, but I was going to say press and hold, but you don't have to hold. If you have the roof piece selected and you do Shift C, that will unlock additional like those little round circular things to kind of further fine-tune the curvature of the roof. So that's kind of what I was doing here, trying to get the roof to look like that. It gives you smoother looking curves and almost nicer looking curves. So yeah, originally I was going to put a chimney on the front there, but then I decided no, only because the new chimney with Enchanted by Nature is just so cool. I don't know, it's like this metal like bent pipe kind of thing. It's really neat, so I wanted to use it. So the stone bit in the front that would have been the chimney is actually just a little like bump out area. It's still kind of part of the chimney for the living space, but then upstairs, it's actually part of the primary bedroom, and it's like an apothecary storage area. So yeah, just deciding on a front door, and I settled on this one. And then windows, we use these nice wooden kind of curved windows. Putting in the staircase now and figuring out a floor plan. That was the tricky part, especially up here. I'm like, what am I going to do? Because I want to have like space and this space up here to be accessible out the front and everything like that. So yeah, we chop it up into basically a bunch of little squares. I did bump out the back here a little bit for some more space, which will become a toddler / kids room. Or actually a baby, really, baby or toddler. There is no single bed for Enchanted by Nature. There's like a double bed, a toddler bed, and this beautiful new crib, which I did use, or bassinet, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, now we're on to the interior, and I did put in the new fireplace. I went for this one. There is another alternative, which is like solid like stone, which I probably will use at some point in a future build. But for right now, we settled on that one. Slide in a fridge here and a stove. I went for these base game kind of, I don't really know, but they're definitely used in like the Goth's house, for example. I do know that the fridge was anyway, so I liked them. They kind of fit the overall style. There are no new fridges or anything like that to kind of play into that, but there is the new cabinetry, which you did see me use quickly there. This table, I couldn't slot a TV to it, which was a little annoying, so I just used Move Objects and then Tool to kind of lower it down so the TV isn't floating anymore. So yeah. And that's kind of how we have the TV. There's this beautiful new light, though I did size it down by 1 just because it was so large. And then we do some new potted plants, which are actually really neat because you have the pot separated from the plant, which that's the first time they've ever done that. But it's really neat because it's something that I guess that you can care for and actually water. So that's kind of nice. Kind of has like some interactiveness to it compared to like other decorative plants that we've gotten in the past. I did change the color swatch of the fireplace because I didn't like it being the white light color, since everything is kind of a little bit lighter in here, especially the kitchen. The only thing I don't like about the new kitchen set is the fact that the worktop area has like seams. It's not like a smooth, seamless surface when the pieces connect together. There's like a little noticeable gap, but maybe that could be fixed with a patch or something. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe. But yeah, otherwise I probably won't use it too much, but we'll see. I mean, I will use it for like whimsical fairy builds, but like as far as anything else, probably not. I just don't like that. I mean, it's not really noticeable on the lighter colors, more so on the darker worktops. So yeah, and if you do want to grab this build, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. It is called Whimsy Woodlands. I settled on that one because it's floating in the tree and it's very whimsical and whimsy in nature. It's a 20 by 20 lot, 2 bed, 2 bath, and it just uses Enchanted by Nature and base game. I kind of wanted to do my first build where we're kind of doing a limited pack build with just using the new expansion pack and a little bit of base game. Of course, it's built in the new world of Innisgreen, and it's only 67,123 simoleons, so not bad. We're doing the primary bedroom now, and this is the apothecary area, well, storage area. There is a dedicated room for that, which will be down on the first floor, but I just like these kind of shelving units. I don't believe they're bookshelves because it just said like apothecary storage or something, but they might also be functional bookshelves. And now we're doing the baby/toddlers room, which I use this new tree shelf bookcase thing, which I think is really cool. It is very large though, so I did size it down by 1 just so it fits in the room, because it doesn't really match with small wall height walls, which is what I used for this particular build. I love these new shelves that kind of have like rough edges to them. They're not like symmetrical, and they're just like a bunch of different shapes, which is nice because it makes it easy for cluttering them up with some different things. We do actually put a bookshelf in here, and then we put one out in the front entryway as well. Just for some book storage, and these beautiful new wall lights. You may have also seen me place the similar looking overhead light as well. And then we do a small powder room downstairs, which is just a toilet and a sink. Upstairs, we do have the new shower and toilet and sink as well in there, but no bathtub. There is a new tub, but it's a corner tub, and it is ginormous. So I don't know if we will use that, maybe, but it is really nice looking. It's kind of like stone looking, but yeah, it's just huge. I don't know, corner tubs are huge, which I think this is like the first time we've gotten a corner tub since maybe Get Famous or even just the base game, so it's been a while. But the primary bedroom is pretty much almost complete. We do some more of those beautiful wall lights, and then put the same light that I used over the dining room table in the little like hallway landing area. And then I do put a computer up here, which was my mistake, because when I was playtesting my fairy sim, which you will see her in the screenshot, I don't know, she got stuck. She is like stuck upstairs and she wouldn't listen to my commands, and I tried to reset her and it just wouldn't work, and I was just like, okay, whatever, you're just gonna stay there for the screenshots then, I guess. So yeah, I don't know what else. I did forego using upper cabinets. There is a matching set of upper cabinetry for this particular kitchen set, and I decided to use these cute little mushroom shelves and just put a little bit of like different decor items on it, a little bit from mostly the catalog, and some unlockable career items, and just kind of putting some finishing touches up there. But I didn't do any other like appliances, and I didn't put an indoor trash can because there really isn't a nice one that matches. So we only have the outdoor one, which I tuck behind the house, kind of out of the way so you don't really see it. Now we're doing a little bit of windows, kind of the exterior bits. I don't finish the landscaping on camera because I had an issue where I couldn't find any of the landscaping. I do have the tool mod in, and yeah, there's like separate sections for like live edit and debug, and those categories were not working. I probably have to refresh it so it grabs those items, but I just had to do it the manual way, and once I did find it, I actually did finish landscaping. So you'll see the finished product in the screenshots. But yeah, I did find this other light that was kind of hidden away. I'm not sure exactly where I found that. Maybe in outdoor lighting, but it's kind of interesting looking. I was thinking about using it indoors, but I decided not to. We do some beautiful new vines and stuff, and some greenery that grow up the sides of the house, but I didn't like go over the top with it. There's a couple of different things to kind of hang on top of the windows and also below, and it's just very nice. I also love this railing. This railing is very cool. I like that it has greenery on top of it, and it actually looks decent too. We do put a swing set in, and I do tuck in like a little fairy house and stuff at the side there. And then this other little like mystical fairy entrance here. And then there's this weird looking tree thing, which I think is used in the actual world. We also do the new mailbox, and that's where the trash can goes. But yeah, this is about the time when I was like, uh-oh, I can't find anything. So yeah, I cut that off because it took me a minute to find this stuff. And have to type in the long cheats and everything. I don't know. It's very strange. But yeah, I will work on that for next time. But here is the finished Whimsy Woodlands. Beautiful little house, beautiful little location. The lighting, I did it in the evening because you get the best lighting on the front of the build. Otherwise, it's kind of dark. I don't know about the rest of the world, but this particular lot, it was kind of dark in like all hours of the day except the evening time. So that was like the best one to build in. Otherwise, it was practically like you were building in the dark. This is the entryway. And then this is the living room, and we will zoom around to the kitchen and the first floor bathroom, and then the apothecary skill room, and then upstairs you'll see my sim on the landing. But yeah, if you are picking up Enchanted by Nature, again, feel free to use my creator code. It's just TheSimified. You can use it at checkout, and I do appreciate it so much if you do decide to use it and you are picking up the pack. So yeah, so far I really like the items. I don't know if it's something I would use all of the time based on the style, but they are great for whimsical builds. They are great for cottagey builds. I think it would definitely pair well with cottage living. I don't know, it just all goes quite well together in that kind of sense. This is the new shower, which I think is really neat looking, kind of like outdoorsy-esque in a way. This is the little toddler slash baby's room, which I think was very cute. And then this is the primary bedroom. And then we zoom around to some of the features on the exterior of the lot. But I do hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Enchanted by Nature builds and some future builds, of course, that aren't just Enchanted by Nature. It's all I do is build in Sims. So that's all I had for this video. I do thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon with another video.